Christine here again, doing this video again about my kind of witchy haul here, and the story behind it, because the phone keeps ringing and cutting out the video. Anyhow, how it began is I was at work and finished pricing out a bunch of figures, and I had Fluttershy here with, and Tupper, and I was going to go to the farmer's market the following morning, so I wanted to get, you know, all the price tags on and everything else for the other figures I had, including Totoro and some mushrooms and onions and stuff. So after my shift, I took Fluttershy and I took Totoro outside in the garden nearby work and did a bunch of photography. But before I'd gone outside, you know, I'm using my phone for all my videos right now, and my camera. So I had it in my pocket, and when I took it out on the inside, the $20 bill that I had in my pocket folded up had fallen out. So I picked it up, put it back in my pocket without thinking, and, you know, stuck the phone back out there, went outside, did my photography, came back in, and then I was heading home. On the way home, I stopped at a garage sale, and this lady had there was this, you know, bowl with a spoon and this antique hand-tatted lace, cotton lace. And so I was going to take the 20 out of my pocket and buy these, and lo and behold, I can't find the $20 bill. So I told her, just set these aside, I will be back. And so I headed back to work and scoured everywhere looking for this stupid $20 bill. I did this for an hour. I retraced all of my steps up the elevator, everything. So by this point, I said to the other nurse, I said, you know what, I'm just leaving this up to the universe. I'm calling this a wash. I hope that somebody needs it that finds it. And I wasn't even angry. I wasn't really upset. I was a little sad, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just letting it go. And I did that, and I thought, well, I'm not going to have the lady sit there and wonder if I'm going to come back. So I went back to the sale. I did have 75 cents in my cart, and I really wanted this bowl. My intention was to, and still is, to sand this a little bit more, wood burn some designs on the back, on the inside, treat it with mineral oil that's used for cutting boards and stuff, and drill a hole in it and have it as part of my Renaissance or part of my ritual robes. Well, so as soon as I started telling her, she says, no, wait, I found it, and she's holding the folded $20 bill that had fallen near a shelf. So I did some more shopping as I was there. And, of course, I got these cards, which I'm going to use to I'm going to decorate these a little bit more and give them to people. I like cards for Christmas ornaments and things like that, and I tend to modify them. If they're vintage looking like this, I'll redo them. And these are on recycled paper, which is kind of cool. And she wanted 7, but she gave me 5 for those. Then I got $1 for this guy because there's a little broken piece right here, but gorgeous incense burner. It's for stick and cone. I just love this. I know it's been used, but I saw him and I'm like, oh my god, that's so awesome. Then one of the other things she had, I do leather work, so I need, you know, masks for like shaping over for decorative masks that I do. More Native American style art, and I also have some bigger ones for doing facial masks for costume, but I can never have enough of those. Then, of course, since I like to play around with paper and I like to play around with decorative stuff, either pulling things apart and repainting or painting over top of, I thought these would be just gorgeous tags for like wands or something like that. I don't know. Someday they'll get used, but beautiful, beautiful cardstock, and I don't even know how old these are. They came from Cadiz, Ohio. There's some that are missing, of course. I don't even know what... This is some sample book, and I have no clue how old it is. I didn't see any date on there. New fancy shape card with name 12 or 5 for 15 cents. You know this has been a long while. So I thought that was cool. Then there's this little stationery, same thing. Beautiful, beautiful old artwork on this. It's so cute. And it looks like it's all, oh, there's another one. Yeah, there's a couple different figures. I think a lot of the stationery is missing, but that's okay. And that was 50 cents. I'm like, oh, awesome. Love it. So, partly witchy haul there because of the incense burner, but not quite. Well, then I get over to her book section. I'm like, how much are these books? And she's like, 50 cents. The only Scott Cunningham book that my fiance and I did not have. I had to buy it. I love Scott Cunningham. Actually, he was the first one I was introduced to. My fiance had given me the truth about witchcraft today because I was a practitioner within German Catholicism, but I really did not know anything about being pagan or any of that. I was doing it, but I didn't know that's what I was doing. And this was, back in 94, actually. And I still have that book. Then I got this one for 50 cents. Author of Wiccan Mysteries, I guess. And it looks like some of this is just kind of a rehash of Cunningham's stuff. Like, if you look at his gemstone books and herbal witchcraft and everything. But, you know, that's okay. For 50 cents, I don't mind. And I just noticed it kind of smells a little like cigarette smoke. That one doesn't. This next one doesn't. Margot Adler, yes! Witches, Druids, Scottish worshippers, and other pagans in America today. Drawing Down the Moon. I didn't have this one either. I'm excited. This was 1996. Again, I paid 50 cents. And it turned out that both of us were both kind of tired, so we couldn't do any math that morning. So I got all of this stuff for 12 bucks. So here's this tin. I don't even know the date on this tin. I have another one like this from Germany that has the original paper inside and everything. This one looks like it might have had, but it kind of rusted through. The one from Germany is dated, and that one came from my father before he died. But this one is from England, and that's all it says. So it could be modern. I don't know, but this is just really, really cool. And this was supposed to be for $5 with all sorts of, again, old cards in here. Although I think some of these are a little more modern. Victorian dolls. Yeah, these are reprints, but there's some really cool ones in here. And again, for doing like, I mean, look at these. I probably could flip this around, but I'm being lazy. And there are some old ones in here too. This one is an old Hallmark card. See, when I do cards and send them out to people, I always put the date on the back so that, you know, I know what year I gave it. This one's a Valentine's card. Old envelopes. Look at that! This... Look at how old these things are. Some of these are not reprints. Cleveland, USA. Look at that for your birthday. It's so cute. This thing has got the scalloped edges. This is a, looks like, you know, just, that's a vintage card. I love vintage cards, and there's a ton of them. Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't even look through this box. I just grabbed it. Note cards. Oh, wow. How cool is that? That's just, that rocks. I don't even know what all the rest of it is in here. And now I can't get it back in the box. But my fiance loved the box, so I did too. So this was well worth it. So all of that stuff she gave to me, like I said, for $12, and I was a happy camper. And we still were talking about the whole Kismet thing with that $20 bill, and I told her that I had written it off to the universe, you know, and she was just as surprised as I was. So I get to the farmer's market, and it's the last weekend for the crafters to be at the farmer's market. The last full weekend in October, of course. So, you know, I'm saying goodbye to a lot of people because I'm not going to see them until next year. And there's a jeweler friend of mine there that I really, really like her. And she sells a lot of gemstones, and she does wire work and stuff like that. Well, there was one particular piece that she had that I'd been eyeballing for half of the season. And, you know, she knows about our upcoming wedding at the Renaissance Festival. She's invited to go. She's planning on being there. She's seen our chain mail. She's bought some stuff from us. We've bought from her. We've bartered, bartering is fantastic if you can get people that you can buy supplies, food, whatever. Do it with trading skills. It saves everybody a lot of money, and I think that's how we survive the hardships in this economy. But anyway, one of my bartering partners, and I said at some point I do want to go and buy this piece, but I'm going to have to just contact her on it. Now, keep in mind, this was at the end of a day, you know, before the dark moon, you know, before the dark moon, and it was at the end of a day for me that was just really, really bizarre. And like I said, I had just kind of thrown my hands up and given stuff out to the universe. And she gave me this thing as a pre-wedding gift for my fiance and I. I forgot what kind of fossil this is called. I know it's not ammonite. I've got big, you've seen the ammonite on my altar one. But look at this thing. And I was just freaking out. I couldn't believe it. And this was the, you know, it was just at the end of the day, all these weird little events, and then there was this, and I just could not believe. And look at the stunning detail on this thing. I could not believe that this was the result. She just out and gave this to me. And it was all because I just decided to let go of something, I think, and to let go of, you know, what could have amounted to greed. I had the most intriguing day. I found treasures, and then I got a really big treasure at the end of it all, and not just a physical treasure, but something from somebody that I made as a friend this year, and I consider her a friend, and you know, that in itself is the biggest treasure. And so that's why I wanted to do this haul video here, this witchy haul, because it really wasn't. It was, I think it was more about just letting things go, and what kind of, sometimes if you just do that, not give up, but just say, okay, I'm giving this away, and things come back to you in the most unique form. And that's exactly what happened here. So anyway, everybody, blessed be. I hope you have a fantastic night.